Thursday by Rowena Young of Batto Bay 2261. Narrated by Janine Penfold. It was raining softly before we left home for the walk to school. Two little identical 5-year-olds, resplendent in their new white raincoats, excited to head off to their new place of learning. Big school. It was a genteel convent where the twins were enrolled, half a mile from home. Very convenient, even if it was expensive. With 8 children in the family, it was tough going. One older sister already out at work at 15, 3 boys at school, and 2 smaller ones at home. There was no preschool in those days. Mums just had to cope with their lot. Toddlers, wringer washing machine, copper for boiling up the whites, and a broom to sweep out the house. Vacuum cleaners were an unaffordable luxury. The twins hurried along the main road to school, feeling joyful and grown up in their school clothes and white raincoats. They eagerly entered the school playground, feeling proud with something new to wear. That's when the laughter and pointing started. They looked around, wondering what was so funny. They saw nothing but other students pointing and laughing. At them. What was wrong? They felt embarrassed, even though they were too young to identify the emotion. They both quickly divested themselves of the white coats. Shame and horror filled their little heads. Of course. The school colours were royal blue. Mum knew that. Why on earth did she send them off in white raincoats? They'd rather be cold and wet. At least they wouldn't be laughingstocks. They stuffed the coats into their imitation globite cases and crept away to sit on the seats outside their classroom. They'd already learnt that tears only drew more bullies their way. They looked at each other in silence, both knowing what the other was thinking. Of course, they wouldn't let on at home. They knew how hard Mum tried to give them what they needed. They would never make her feel as bad as they did. They'd wear the raincoats away from the house next time and take them off as soon as they were out of sight. Mum need never know. Finally, after a long and humiliating wait, the bell rang for class. Thank goodness, they thought. At least they will be safe in the classroom. They could already read and write. Not that they let on, because they needed to do as they were told. Always. It was boring every morning, going over sounds they knew, being made to learn baby things. They'd already been in trouble the very first day for writing their names on their books without permission. They wanted to fit in. So they just pretended they didn't know an A from a B or a 6 from a 7. It was easier that way. But no, Sister told everyone to line up from shortest to tallest because they weren't going straight into the classroom today. It was Thursday, which was physical culture class with Miss B. Miss B was a large, red-faced woman who always stepped up onto the wooden bench and showed the girls how to touch their toes, stretch their arms and bend sideways. The twins thought it was funny because the bench sagged and bounced as she moved. Neither of them could figure out why it didn't just snap under Miss B's weight. They touched their toes, stretched and bent, just like they were told to do. No speaking. Silence. Fingers on lips. It was agonising to try to bend and stretch so that they did what they were told without anyone catching a glimpse of their white underpants. Everyone knew that the underpants were supposed to be royal blue, not white. Mum knew, but she just said, "As if the nuns will know what colour your underpants are. Don't worry." But they did worry. They knew Sister was very strict about that. She'd be checking very soon. She always did. It was detention for the twins every Thursday at morning tea because they didn't wear blue underpants. Oh no, she's pacing up and down the lines. She's going to find out. No. You, Twinny, show me your underpants. Huh, just as I thought. Disobedient again. You know what that means. I'll see you at the detention bench at morning tea. And your sister. 2 disobedient peas in a pod. The girls risked a glance at each other. Another humiliation. But at least she didn't shout this time, so only the girls nearby knew. They fought back the tears as they stretched and bent in time to Miss B's commands. Then suddenly, Miss B stopped. She pointed at them. "No. What now?" "Come here, you two." The twins hurried to the command. Miss B climbed down from the bench. She made them climb up onto the bench. Then she called the other girls to attention. "Look at these two girls," she said. The twins felt as though they could die. They gathered their strength for another humiliation. "These two beautiful girls are the only ones here today who are following my exercises perfectly." She then asked our names. "Sue," I stammered. "Sally," whispered my twin. "Well done, Sue. Well done, Sally." She spoke loudly so all could hear. Sue and Sally beamed with delight. It looked like Thursday was going to be their favourite day from now on, even if they didn't own blue knickers. Maybe they thought Mum might be able to buy us some one day. After all, some good things do happen. "Miss B didn't even call us both Twinny," Sue whispered to Sally. "She knows we have real names." They smiled at each other. The end.